Alright folks, what is up? This is One Big Bugger, and what we got here is League of Legends. I was in a solo queue and I ended up being AD carry again, something I do very, very rarely and I do not consider myself very good at. But for the most part though, this one went pretty well. In our lineup we'll have Blitzcrank, who will actually be our top, Akali, who will be our mid. We'll have Soraka and myself in the bottom lane, and we will have one of the most... I don't want to be mean about it, but just one of the most noob Amumu's I have ever seen. I understand that people are new. Yeah. I understand that people are not going to know their roles. They may want to try new roles. I understand that because me, as a jungler, when I started, I didn't know nothing about it. What I did is I went to bots matches, and I practiced in bots matches. And then I did some custom matches, and then I did some blind picks before I went into draft. I'm just going to lock my view on this one because this one again is another backdrop to me talking a little bit before I go into a lot of the background and all that. I'm going to bring that down just a little bit more. There. Now I'm just curious, this is a Mumu, boots, and a health potion. I don't know if it's 3 health potions, but it's showing a health potion. On a Mumu, boots and health potion. No, you always start cloth and 5, and that explains something you're going to see coming up here very shortly. But anyways, what I'd like to talk about is counterpicking. 30 seconds until minions spawn. Now, I have always believed that counterpicking does play a factor in the game, but not the biggest factor as people think. Because no amount of counterpick, no amount of how good your champion is versus the champion they're against can make up for skill. I have seen counterpicks get dominated in the lane by the people they're supposed to counter. Because, well, just quite frankly, people aren't skilled with that champion, or maybe they're just not skilled in the position they're in. In this lane here, I'm going to be up against Tristana, who early on Caitlyn has an advantage against, but coming on into the mid game to the late game, Tristana has a range advantage on Caitlyn. And with her exploding shot, Tristana can farm much better than Caitlyn can. But that makes up for nothing when compared to skill. Now, I'm not saying I'm skilled. I'm not even saying in this that I was more skilled than the Tristana that you see here. I believe that there was some factors of luck. There was some skill factors, some quick reactions. And yeah, there you go. To start with, executed on the blue. Executed by the blue golem. Our jungler, ladies and gentlemen. Pardon me, I'll be taking a drink from time to time. It's very dry right now. And here comes Soraka. And this is part 2 of why I'm probably more successful in my lane than Tristana. I have a sustain support, where this Tristana has Sewanni, a tank support. Now Sewanni does not have the taunting ability of a Shen. He cannot hold you in place. And by the way, my CSing is terrible. You don't have to comment on it. I know it sucks. I know I need to improve it. I said I hardly ever play AD. As a matter of fact, within the past month, I think I've played AD 3 times, and I've won 2, and I've lost 1. And see right here, I'm harassing Sewanni a little too much and not CSing enough, and we're going to get a whole host of turrets under the tower, and when minions get under the tower, I start losing focus and I start doing stupid shit. But there are a lot of things that can make a difference versus a counterpick. Difference number 1, your support. I have a sustained support that can constantly heal myself and her. You know? Now, Sewanee has a Duran shield, so she has health regen, but Triss doesn't. And Sewanee can't heal Triss. And on top of that, you know, Sewanee doesn't have the taunting ability, the ability of a Shen, or the grab ability of like a Nautilus or a Blitzcrank. You know, so I wouldn't consider her a very good support, not a good tank support. And the reason behind that being, in a situation like this, she cannot reach down and grab you. Right? She has to charge into you. And if we're back towards our tower, well, there's not a hell of a lot she can do, as I completely screw up my CSing, but no surprise, really. I actually end up with better CS than Tristana at the end, but that's only because the mid-game to the end of the game, I got to kill a lot of creeps where Trist was, you know, dead a lot or being pushed out a lot. But counterpicking, and you see going for a gank up in the mid lane there versus Akali. And I think she's going to get away. Yeah, it looks like she's going to get to the safety of her tower. Their Nocturne was not the overly brightest either, fortunately, which helped make up for our jungle not being very good. And you're going to get a great example of just how... Yeah, there we go. First of all, Nocturne kills Amumu, First Blood. And again, let's take a look at what Amumu has real quick. Boots. Boots. And she does catch Soraka out of position, but again, can only do so much. You see that Triss is hurt. I believe Triss still has potions or a potion. Nope. No, she took a Duran's Blade. That's strange. I thought she had potions. But again, here's a drawback for Tristana. Duran's Blade without a supporting champion. You're not going to heal as well if you're not, you know, CSing as much. And yeah, I really spent too much time harassing Sewanee and not harassing Tristana. And watch this. Just watch. Double slowed into the turret, flashes forward, almost gets her. Nope. Little too greedy, and managing to get away was Soraka. Now here's the thing. If Sewanee did get the kill, okay, great, she killed the support, but she would have most definitely fed a kill to the AD carry, and that's not something you want to do. And unfortunately, that's something I believe I do later on in the fight, is I kill Sewanee, but I get killed by Tristana, and that's just not a good exchange. But keep in watch here. I'll start harassing Tristana. She's low health. This is what not having potions will do. And there you go. She just stopped because she knew she was done. You know, in the early game, I still have an advantage. And without having boots to be able to run away from me, if she had taken boots and pots, she'd have gotten out of distance, and I would never have been able to catch up with her. She would have been safe. But without having the sustained support, and only taking a Duran's Blade, she pretty much was asking if she got into a low health situation with me, not in a low health situation, to be really in a bad place, and that's what happened there. And Akali managing to pick up Fizz in the middle lane.
I have clarity in 22.
Now, Tristana is often listed as a counterpick for Caitlyn. But again, by playing it conservatively under the tower, by trying my best to keep my tower safe, and by not becoming too aggressive, I managed to limit what Tristana can do against me. And yeah, she does get a lot of CS, which is not good. CSing can be more important than getting kills, for sure. But when I'm really in a position I don't feel comfortable being in, like an AD carry, I kind of resign myself to And managing to scoot away there.
Give us money.
I kind of resign myself to making sure I protect the tower and just don't let them push down the tower and get an early advantage, you know?
You know what? I gotta go get my boots.
And that's really what I'm out to do. And if I get a chance to become aggressive, and I get a chance to become, you know, to go for a kill and start pushing them out of a lane, I will. Otherwise, I'll do the best I can to protect the tower and pick up what CS I can, because really, I don't know this position very well. And oops. Triss going for the block there, but walking a little too far and managing to sneak that bullet past Sewanee, picking up the kill. Really nice there. Again, that was just a lucky situation, you know. Triss could have blocked the bullet, but she didn't. She ended up taking a walk a little too far, and I managed to sneak it past her. Now, at this point, you know, I'm taking hits from Tristana. I really shouldn't. Tristana has, you know, level 2 boots and a Duran's ring. Okay, she's faster than me. She can get away like this. And, ooh, I get close to killing her. But I have a Duran's ring and a BF sword. I put out substantially more damage than Triss does right now. And without Sewanee in the lane, I could easily stand her up. But while in the game itself like this, I find myself being very nervous. And here we see Nocturne coming in, and I just don't want him there. I'm doing something even I say you shouldn't do very often, is just to let the jungler sit wherever he is and let him waste time and experience. But as you can see, I kind of reveal that here I am, I see you. But in a straight up fight, I really could have just taken, I could just stand there and harass Tristana a lot more, and not had to worry about it. And here Nocturne, I don't know what he didn't understand about the first time, but I'll give him another warning there. Really what I should have done is I should have probably maybe gone after him. Might have been able to really hurt him, but I didn't. And in all that, I haven't been CSing. And I haven't been getting damage. And unfortunately, I did not see Akali coming. I wasn't watching the map. I was focused on the minions at the tower. And what I ended up doing is not noticing and wasting a flash there, trying to help with a gank that Akali came down to do. And just really didn't pan out. Yeah, but again, counterpicking. You can have the hard counter to a champion and still lose very easily. It comes down to skill. That's why I believe counterpicking plays a smaller role in this than people give it importance to. You know, it's like, oh, they picked this. Look, pick this person or this person or this person. Well, why? I'm not exactly good with them. Let me pick this. Oh, no, that person counters you. Yeah, but I'm this much better. If your skill level is X amounts higher than the other person, and of course you won't know until you actually get into the fight, but your counterpick won't matter. And actually getting a kill, but that's mostly thanks to Akali, is a moo-moo. Amazing, huh? But so many times I've been in a counterpick position, you know. Even jungling, it's like, oh, this person's jungling. You have to choose this person. I'm like, no, I don't. Oh, you suck. You're going to lose. This person counters you so hard. And comes to find out, no, they don't. Now, jungling, of course, is a less important counterpick, I guess you could say, because you're rarely in direct conflict in the beginning and even middle part of the game, as Fizz picking up Akali there under the tower. But again, if I was more aggressive, I have boots, I have a Vampiric Scepter, I have a BF Sword, and a Duran's Blade right now. If I was more aggressive, I could probably bully these two out of the lane. You know, I'm also a level higher. You know, it's like, go away. You don't do that much damage, Sewanee. You know? The only reason I didn't stand and hit her more is because Triss can jump in. No, but again, I've seen those hard counter picks. Psh, really? Really?
An enemy has been slain.
You use your ulti there? But there were all kinds of things you can do to get over your counter picks. And Blitzcrank actually picking up Nocturne up top. Well, but this is just something I've been thinking of for a while, counter picks. And if you're of equal skill, then yeah, maybe your champion's tool set will mean something different, you know? A hard counter will mean something. But if you can outskill and just generally outplay your opponent, then the fact that your counter pick won't matter. And that's what I get tired of, you know? I get tired of when I pick somebody and somebody counterpicks somebody else and they're like, oh, you're going to lose, or, oh, why'd you pick that? This person counters you. And it's like, but I'm good with this person. And, oh man, I watched Amumu and I thought he was going to gank us, and I'm not going to get Triss, but maybe, yep, I can get Sewanee. At least when I die, I can take someone with me. But the unfortunate part is that I end up, you know, dying to Tristana and giving her a shutdown gold bonus of 404. And being really pissed off at Amumu because he just completely walked by and ignored the fact that there was a fight going on here, and instead went up top to take out
Yeah, I had to.
God, I can't think now. Nocturne. So, anyways, I'm interested what you guys think about counterpicking. I mean, there are people that live by it, and there are people that's like, counterpick, whatever. You know, I've had people counterpick me in plenty of places, and I've done very well, you know. I've gone up against Kennen as Lulu in the mid lane because, you know, it's just how it ended up. And I actually did very well in the mid lane versus the Kennen. And it's not that the Kennen wasn't skilled. You know, it's that maybe I just got luckier. Maybe I was better. You know, however the case may be, it just worked in my favor. I've ended up in top lane, supposedly counterpicked. I've ended up in jungle, supposedly counterpicked, and still come out on top. I really think it comes down to how you play and your skill with the champion that you're with. No amount of hard counter for a pick can ever really, truly make up for skill. Or even, to a lesser degree, luck. You just get lucky. You know, things just happen to go your way. You know, pretty simple. That's basically what I'm saving my net for, is anytime Sewanee wants to come and charge forward. And, really? I think that's what made a big difference in this lane as well. We're talking a not very skilled Sewanee. I mean, just totally wasting her ulti so many times. Rather than try and, like, right there, catch Soraka out of the turret at low health with her ulti, she wasted catching both of us under the tower. I don't know. And yeah, Volibear temporarily disconnected there, but not for too long, and really didn't hurt anything. No, but again, too far out, too deep into our territory without Tristana there to back her up. You know, so in lanes it could also be who you're paired with. You could have a hard counter pick to the AD carry and still get and still do very poorly because your support's poor. You know, I got a pretty good support here in Soraka. until Graves came along, this was kind of the lane to go with, a Caitlyn Soraka lane. You know, people used to complain about how hard it was to push Soraka and whoever she's put out in the lane. It was most often Caitlyn. You know, now it's Caitlyn Graves. You know? And oh, not quite enough. Again, falling back too far. Why I didn't turn around and deal with Tristana a little bit earlier, I don't know. I think it just comes from the lack of skill in this position. That's all I think it comes down to. Now I'm going to start putting some hits on the tower. No, but I'd be really interested to find out what people think about counterpicks. And oh, if I had hit her there, maybe I'd have killed her. But no, I'm not managing to do so. And seeing Fizz come in at this point, so we just decide to fall back. Now, as much as I see Fizz, I don't see Akali coming again. I don't know, I can see the enemy coming in most occasions, but when it comes down to seeing the, when it comes down to seeing my own team coming down, I often miss it for some reason. And I decided time to go B. I've got 1800 gold again, and I've already got Berserker Greaves. So it's time to go even further into our Infinity Edge, and I pick up the cloak and the pickaxe. And, you know, I'm feeling pretty good. I'm level 12. I've only died once. I've got 4 kills. I've managed to do okay in the lane. The only thing that really could use a lot of improvement is learning to be a little more aggressive when I have a damage advantage. And my CSing could definitely be better. You know, my ability to last hit the minions definitely needs improvement. But I still feel pretty okay. Now, hesitant to move forward much further than where I am because I don't know where Sewanee is. You know? So, really don't want to go much further forward. But I don't mind taking on a few minions out in the middle of the lane. And wait for it. Nothing. And there's Sewanee, and trying to jump in on me is just not going to happen. And trying to get Sewanee there, but nope. And you see, just from one move and one shot, how much damage I put on Sewanee. Now imagine if I was putting that out on Tristana right now. You know? But that's kind of the other reason I'm not being aggressive as well. There's only one real true source of damage in my lane right now, and that's me. Between their tank... and unfortunately, they are going to get Soraka at this point. And I was not able to lock in my ulti. I don't think I thought to. And trying to hit my tower, and I'm just going to drive her out. And again, I do not see Akali coming. And just barely able to escape, and oh, not enough. And Akali being forced back as well. But they do manage to get Soraka. But we managed to push them out of the lane and for a lot of damage. And that's going to cost them this tower. At which point I'm taking hits from. But I've got enough power now that I'm just going to auto-attack the minions, even though it won't always work. It's better than if I just try and last hit them in most occasions with Maven. There you go. Pardon me, I had to cough. I need a drink. Okay, sorry about that. But there you go, costing them the tower for a kill on Soraka. I wouldn't call that the best trade-off. And almost cost them 2 kills. A little bit more and it would have been 2 kills, but... It's funny, Soraka was just saying, there's no wards of dragon. I put a pink down and Sewanee came down and put a ward. At this point, I managed to pick up the Infinity Edge. I still have my Vampiric Scepter, and I picked up a dagger as I'm going to be working towards a Phantom Dancer now.
Killing spree.
Part of me feels like what I should have done is gone into the, gotten the BF Sword, and then gone into the Vampiric Scepter like I like to, then get a Zeal, and then finish the Infinity Edge, and then turn the Zeal into a Phantom Dancer, but that's not what I end up doing. Now, coming up very shortly is what I'm going to call the ultimate move you can pull to show that you're a noob Amumu. Plain and simple. I cannot think of a more spectacular way to show just how much you are a noob and a champion than what you're about to see here. And even if I never played a champion before, I would know not to do this. And there you go. He used his ulti on the dragon. Seeing Sewanee come to place a ward, and I can partly understand her throwing that, because I could have continued to harass her, but she also had backup. I turned around deciding, oh, continue to harass, and it's like, oh shit, no, there's 3 of them, time to go. And the Mumu's going to manage to flash over the wall. But what if that had been different? You know, we got lucky there, for all I care about. We got lucky. Because think about it this way. And able to get a Kali, but I'm able to turn around and pick up Nocturne for his efforts, and I knew Fizz was going to try that as I continued to harass Sewanee, so I immediately moved to prevent him from getting close to me, and oof, yes, I actually do hurt. And I tried to get him with my ulti, even though I doubt it would have connected, and he got out of sight range before it could really take hold, I guess. I'm almost positive he didn't trickster, because if he trickstered, it wouldn't be up right now. But I don't know if it's best to rush the Phantom Dancer, to rush the Infinity Edge and then build for attack speed, or go into the BF Sword and a Vampiric Scepter for some sustain, and then do a Zeal, and then finish it off with a with your Infinity Edge, and then go into the Phantom Dancer. You know, I don't know. You know, let's take a look at the Mumu here. This is what he has at 26 minutes in the game. Look, this is it. Speed boots and Sunfire Cape. No G per 5 to make up for the fact that he's been behind. No, nothing. Just 2 items. That's it. 2. 1, 2. You know, he's as far behind as the support. So I don't quite understand that. I just really don't. You know, in a little while, I'm actually going to pick up the blue buff, and I was been wondering where the hell I got it from. And ooh, nice grab there. Now, what you didn't see is, let me unlock the sight here. Over in the corner of this area here, they were kind of poking around. So I threw a trap down here to try and get some kind of vision. And it really didn't work all that much. And Blitz went down into this area. And I thought this trap was just like, oh well, it's there. But for some reason, and oh, another nice grab. And that's where my blue came from. And another kill on Nocturne there. That's a good Blitzcrank right there. That's all I gotta say about that. That's a good Blitzcrank. But yeah, for some reason, Sewanee decided to step onto the trap here. I don't know if it was accidental or purposeful, and that gave Blitzcrank ample opportunity to grab her, which allowed us to burst her down no problem. And yeah, getting another kill and then dying to Sewanee up here as y'all run around and do stuff, and I just continue to hammer at the tower picking up a second tower there, plus all those kills. So, really nice push right there in this area here. And another turret being picked up. I believe that's the minions up top, maybe getting top turret. That's most likely it, so... As we all go B, the whole team pretty much going B, I think. So I'm not doing bad right now, you know. I'm 6-1-3, and I'm actually feeling pretty good. I haven't died very often. I've got some kills. I've got a good build going. I've picked up the full Phantom Dancer already, thanks to everything that just happened. And like I said, I already got an Infinity Edge. I got a Vampiric Scepter. You know, at this point, I'm pretty sure I'm thinking Bloodthirster. You know, get another BF Sword to go along with my Vampiric Scepter, and then turn it into a Bloodthirster next for more damage and more sustain if I keep myself from dying. And there you go, you see the oracles on Fizz there. And, oh, shit! Fuck! Trouble! No! Go away! Flash! Stunned! Slowed! Still hurting! Heal! More heal! Under the tower! Woo-hoo-hoo! And, uh-oh! I had a feeling something like that would happen in... Oh no! Here comes Nocturne! Quick! Kill him! I don't know what that Nocturne was thinking, but you know, trying to get Volibear, but yeah, that's just... I was like, damn it, I'm gonna ulti something, and here you see Blitzcrank chasing Fizz all over the place, getting a grab, and knocking off with a punch, and he dives away, and he's gonna try and trickster over the wall, but it fails on him completely, and he dives back on Blitzcrank, but all of us are there, and Blitzcrank getting the kill, and I gotta be honest, I'm glad I didn't get the kill there. And the reason is, Blitzcrank had worked that hard, battling him back and forth and chasing him down. That Blitzcrank deserved that kill. That, you know, that's all I can say about that. Blitzcrank really deserved that kill. One thing I can tell you for absolute certain is I am just not used to being this squishy. I'm not used to being this squishy at all. I was worried about that big minion wave coming up, and I was going to go that way after I clear out the middle a little bit, but then I see Blitzcrank headed that way. You see him right here, so I know he's just going to do his ulti and blow the whole minion wave up. And yep, there you go. So I turn around my team and help with Dragon. Wow, a 903 crit on Dragon. Man, I was feeling pretty good when I saw that. I was like, I can put out some damage. Yeah, Samumo, don't jump on any of the guys there. Jump on the minions instead. Good lord. Characters I'd love to learn to play. Akali's one of them. I'd love to learn to play Akali. But I don't even have the right rune set right now for her. Is she really one of those champions that require her own specific rune set? And Volibear and Sejuani running away from Akali and Soraka. And of course more of us come in and just continuously to focus on Tristana and managing to get her down. And there's the ulti in, hitting Sejuani. She's low health, and here we go, managing to get the kill as well. And not sure what Volibear thinking he's gonna do, but there you go, a quick Blitzcrank grab and ulti, and that puts an end to that thought process. And now we're just going to mow down the tower here. You know, and the inhibitor. And even though Nocturne's trying to backdoor, within just a few moments here, it's not going to matter. And there it is. A surrender vote, 4-0. And that's it. Ends the game. I think I went like 6-1 and 8 maybe. So very happy with that performance. Not something I usually do on the AD carry, but I play passively enough. Usually I can get by. But again, folks, counterpicking, your thoughts. Does counterpicking really make up, can it really make up a difference in skill? Can it make up the difference for a poor support partner? Or can it make up the difference for luck? You know? How important is it to counterpick? Versus how important is it to take the hero that you're really good at versus the hero that you're kind of good at that's supposed to hard counter the other hero? I'd be interested to hear your thoughts. Until next time, folks, this is One Big Bugger signing out, and I'll see you then.